Yes.
For any reports that you write, do you need like a body scanner, or is that just our business?
Get a photograph of the scan, and we'll find out later.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you. All right. Unit 602. I'm gonna be on my way to the hospital, but first there's a black sports car who's been in the area driving around. I'm gonna ask him a couple of questions. Appears to be a black Ford Falcon. He's pulling over. Good evening, sir.
How's it going, Ruff?
It's going pretty good. Who do we have here? You look very familiar.
Revy.
Ah, Revy! It's been a while.
That it has?
Indeed, indeed. Good to see you. Good to see you. What brings you out this way so late at night?
I'm actually going to my house.
No, indeed, indeed. Was that over Waterford? Southern Pines?
No, that's down in Southern Pines, yeah.
Indeed, indeed. Alright, have you been around here much tonight, or?
I have not. I'm guessing you're looking for, green, purple, or white?
Oh, no, Mr. Revy. This conversation is not drug-related.
Oh, okay. I heard you ask a question about,
No.
grass, and so I thought you were talking about, you know.
No. Well, have you seen any vehicles in the area in the last 15, 20 minutes? Anything suspicious?
I
Any
have
vehicles,
not.
anything
I
like
actually just came up from the dirt road that's, coming out of Union, so.
that? Indeed, indeed. Well, Revy, if you live in the area, if you happen to see anything weird or hear any more gunshots, you just
Oh, gunshots.
You just hit that old 911. And
I
we'll
hope
be-
you
we'll be
don't
there in
mind,
the
sir,
next
but
15,
I'm
30
gonna load
minutes.
my weapon, just in case.
Well, load it down the street. Not here.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Revy, be safe.
Yeah, we're
As
10-8,
the night
Medic
is
3,
dark.
Command 3, 10-8. We're
Fair
heading back to the
Ah,
hospital now.
okay.
Just tell them that we'll be there in a minute.
Have a nice day, Rolf.
Farewell.
I'm gonna go check that out. I needed to give you some information though that I forgot about until I had spoken with Mr. Wells a while ago.
All right,
I've never
10-4.
seen the fucking hospital this busy. Damn.
All right, give me just a second.
So whenever I had that 1038 in Huntington, the suspect, which ended up being Carson Kelly, had rear-ended a red Charger. The individual driving that red Charger, I did not get his name because I wasn't stopping him for anything, but he was wearing a suit and a green hat, like a lime green hat. And Miss Kotton was in that vehicle with him. And
A red Charger, you say?
yeah, red Charger. And based on what I could look at the crime scene, she hadn't looked like she'd been restrained or put on the ground or anything. So I have a feeling whoever did this execution, it was a wait, hold up. That guy right there.
White suit,
White suit,
green hat.
green hat.
No.
There were tire tracks found at the scene. They
Yeah, I
came-
got him. He's
they
right by
came
the
from a
church.
Dodge Charger.
Last stop's right by the church.
How's it going, sir? Can I get you to shut your engine off, please?
What's going on, Valenza? Tupa! I keep
got some
finding your
questions
cars
for
all
you.
over the place,
Go ahead and
Tupa.
step out of the vehicle, please.
got some questions for me?
Yes, questions involving an incident that occurred here earlier. Can you go ahead and step out of the vehicle, please?
No. You can ask me your questions from where you're standing.
Sir, please step out of the vehicle.
You can ask me your questions from where you're standing.
And you can also step out of the vehicle, please, sir.
But I'm not gonna.
Well, we're gonna have to see that license and registration, so
Okay.
I would appreciate it if you'd step out.
Then
and
I
show
can
us.
step out of the vehicle. Absolutely.
There you go.
There's my license, there's my registration and proof of insurance.
Dalton Fury.
Oh, Mr. Fury, I barely recognized you. Ah, Red Sox.
I'm
hat, though.
gonna go deal with that, Roth. If you got this under control.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go see what's going on with that situation.
Oh,
Hey, I'm the guy who just called about the clown, if that's what you're going for.
Hey, he's right here. This is the guy that called for us. Yep. All right,
Where's he
Dalton,
at?
Could you step over here with me,
He
please?
was at the one
Yeah,
process. I
absolutely,
just
yeah.
heard some kind of fan cut off right before I saw him. It sounds like he's in.
So where have you been hanging out tonight? What have you been up to?
All right.
Oh, I've been doing
right behind me.
nothing. I've been driving around.
Yeah, kind of similar to that.
Got into an accident,
Alright.
had to go to the hospital, get treated,
But he's got this
Oh,
and
shit.
was on my way down
All
to
right, I'll take care of
put
it.
some gas in my new 18
Be Be
GMC.
advised from what that guy
Indeed,
just described,
indeed.
sounds like Slinky's back.
Mr. T himself
Mm-hmm.
would be very proud. Have you been giving anyone a ride tonight?
Oh yeah.
So now
Drove,
we're on the lookout for
drove
another
Angela.
black van matching
she
the same
crashed her
description
bike.
as the guy, is what Dalton's driving.
What,
Down to Union.
What kind of? Were you giving her a ride in the van?
No, in my Charger.
Oh, that red speed demon that you got.
Mhm.
Yes, ha ha ha. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So she crashed her bike? Was she at least wearing a helmet?
I don't remember.
Indeed.
It was only a little bump. There was another officer there as well, and some drunk driver.
Oh, there was
refused to
another
stop
another
and-
officer? Who was there?
Yeah, that was a traffic stop
Oh, okay.
at the same place I picked up Angela.
All right. Well, I'd have to ask you to put your hands on top of your head, please. At this time, you were
Absolutely.
being detained for questioning regarding the murder of Angela Kotton.
The murder?
As you are the last person who was seen with her, and there were tire tracks from a Dodge Charger near the scene.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Indeed. All right. At this time, Mr. Fury, you have what's known as the right to remain silent. Ah, you thought I was going to forget. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say may be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided to you by the state. Do you understand these rights as I've read them today? Of course you do.
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Fury. Putting you in the back of my car.
Before you do the search, Officer Cast, I mean, what is he suspected for? Why are you searching him?
We have reason to believe that that he is related to the murder of Mrs. Angela Kotton.
And
He is the last person who was seen with her, and the tire tracks from the exact same type of vehicle as his. I recognize those Dodge tires, especially when they're in the mud like that. You know, they don't off-road very well. And
I mean, if he was the
seen
last one
with her.
seen with her, that doesn't give you actually probable cause. I mean, no one saw him do anything.
He was
Officer
seen
Cast.
with her in the same exact vehicle that I have evidence of at the scene. The
I mean,
tire tracks of a Dodge Charger.
with all due respect, Officer Cast, but I believe, and we both know that my client is not the only one driving that kind of car,
He was
especially not
with
that
her.
car.
He admitted to being with her, and he's the last person that has been seen with her.
So he admitted
And
that.
he admitted being with her, and several officers, or well, one other officer did witness him with her, which is why we made the stop, was to ask him those questions. And then once he told me that they were together in a Dodge Charger, which I have seen him in said Dodge Charger before, you know, that's when we realized that we needed to bring him here for further questioning. And if he has any firearms in his possession, I need to see.
Is
what
he
he's got.
restrained?
He is in fact restrained.
Okay. Oh. Well, I guess, okay, let's do the search.
It was a pretty brutal execution.
Hello, Dalton.
Hello,
I'll be your
Mr.
lawyer.
Steels.
I arrived. You summoned me and I arrived.
Very good.
At this time, Mr. Fury, I'm going to be looking through your personal belongings.
I do not consent.
Lovely.
Well, officer, I don't see anything illegal there.
Indeed.
That gun is, I believe, lower than 50 caliber gun.
Absolutely,
So,
yes. No, that's not weapon is legal. You have no ammunition on you. You can go ahead and you can pick all that back up, Mr. Fury.
Thank you.
I mean, Officer Cast, my client has been very cooperative. He also
Indeed,
mentioned you that he was with Miss Kotton, which can give you some kind of, you know, thinking that he didn't do it. Like, why would he openly say he was with her? You know, that doesn't imply that he killed anyone.
Nope, but you better believe it implies that we get to ask him a bunch of questions.
Yeah,
And you better
absolutely.
believe that I wanted to know exactly what he had in his possession, and if he had any evidence, or any firearm or any brass that could have been seen at the crime. You know, as he is a registered gun holder or gun user, and he was the last person with her. You better
Okay.
believe I had the right to examine that gun.
Okay. What caliber was seen at the scene?
Well, we couldn't quite match the hole in the head. The exit wound was rather large, but it appeared to be not impossible. I'd say somewhere around 40 hole calibers.
Well, I mean, the gun my client had is way lower than
No.
40 caliber. Let's be honest.
No,
So
actually,
I think
it's a little
we
higher
should
than
drop
40
all charges.
It's a little higher, yeah. That's a 357 Magnum.
Indeed.
That's a
indeed.
357.
But I
sir.
mean, I'm not some CSI scientist. Sure, sometimes I put on sunglasses and do one-liners, but I mean, that's just for
Then
fact.
how can you prove that my client has anything to do with that?
Oh, he definitely has something to do with the whole thing, and that's why we're here. As to whether or not, you know, as to whether or
I mean,
not he had.
is there a witness that actually saw my client putting a bullet inside Miss Kotton?
Nope.
Then,
Or is there? No, there's not.
Yeah, I just
I
want it on
mean-
the record that I had nothing to do with
Well, you were
the
with her.
unfortunate murder of. I was with her
you-
earlier today. Yes, I don't know when her life was abruptly taken.
Well, you were in fact the last person seen with her. That much.
The
we
last
do know.
known person to see her. Yes.
You were the last person seen with her.
Yeah. And I've been truthful with that as well.
Indeed. Indeed.
I mean, that doesn't still, Officer Cass, that doesn't imply he took the shot.
No.
He was just the last person seen with the victim.
Well, then in
And
that case, here's
that
my...
doesn't say anything. Like, he was not seen putting the bullet. Plus, you said it's the caliber of higher.
Oh, I
than
was just looking.
357.
I was just looking, and I thought to myself, it could be potential 40. There was a pretty large exit wound.
Oh, then it could
It
be
was
also
trauma to the
Desert
head, for
Eagle,
sure.
if you ask me. It's 50 caliber.
No, no, Desert Eagle doesn't really leave that much.
Okay, I understand. But then again, you said you're no expert, so...
Now, I've seen what a Desert Eagle does to a face. I've also seen what a 44 Magnum does. No, we won't talk about that. No quoting Taxi Driver. It's work time. Anyways, alright, well, I guess I gotta know, like, did you see anyone else in a Dodge Charger that may or may not have had a blonde female in their car with them this evening?
You're asking me?
I'm asking, yeah, you mean, you know something, well, you know more than anyone else, even if you don't know anything. You know, where did she go when
Not
you
that
dropped her
I,
off?
not that I remember. No, I don't look into cars anymore. But I mean, there's plenty of red Chargers on the island.
Indeed, but only so many of them go 250 and an 80, bro.
That was me, and I owned up to it. Like when I own up to my shit.
I mean, Officer Cast, my client here, was fully compliant. He even admitted some of the stuff, but obviously my client did not pull the trigger or had anything to do with it. You also did a search, and, I mean, probable cause for further questioning is, I think, over.
Oh, I definitely have cause for more questions if I can think of them. You better believe it, but I have to think of good ones. Oh, did Mrs. Kotton appear to be... I mean, I know she always appears to be under the influence, but I mean, any more or less than usual?
No. No, she was her usual happy-go-lucky self.
And when you were driving around, was there anyone following you? Any Dodge Charger or any other car whatsoever following you, keeping tabs on
No,
you?
not that I noticed. No. But then again, I don't make a habit of looking behind me.
Well, you should, because when you're in Texas, look behind you. That's where the Rangers.
Well, I mean, obviously, Officer Cast, my client here doesn't have any enemies. Like, he's not connected to the crime. He didn't even look back because he
Mr.
didn't
Steels.
feel the need to do that.
You sure are in a hurry to get this guy out of here. I'm trying to solve a woman's murder. You know, I figured, you know, you'd be more sensitive to the fact that we got to get to the bottom of these questions. I understand you want your client out of here, but you know, this is pretty serious. This was a brutal and savage execution. A woman
Officer
was
Cast.
shot in the head at a church.
It's better to put a criminal outside jail free than to put innocent man inside the jail. Don't you
Yeah,
agree?
I know. A teacher told me that in what was it, 11th grade is when I took law class. A teacher told me that, and that's actually why people like me on this island, is because I generally go by that policy. And yeah.
Yes,
Wait,
you
are
see,
you
good
saying-
for
are
you
you
that
saying
you
that you're-
didn't skip those classes.
So are you
Now
saying
know.
that your client is guilty?
No, I'm not saying
Okay,
that.
I was confused.
I never
thought you
said
were.
that.
Well, it sounded like you were implying, but you weren't. That was just a misunderstanding. My mistake. Alright, well, on that note, that is all the questions I have here. Mr. Fury, you are free to go. Mr. Steels,
Thank you.
thank you for your time.
Thank you, Officer Cast.
Whoever
Let's
went
go.
after Angela could come after you as well, so just be careful.
So I'll be hyper vigilant.
Indeed, vigilant AF.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Have a good one, Rolf.
I assume you need
It'll
a
be a
ride.
1. As for
I
whether or
do
not
need
it's
a ride,
good,
yes.
we'll find out. See, now that's a lawyer you can count on.
No, that's a
how
lawyer
much
you
do I
can
owe
trust.
you, Mike?
We'll talk about that in the car.